6:45. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by J. Yogaraj. For CN Lines, 6,955 teacher trainees enrolled into education colleges. Government has implemented many welfare facilities for the workers undertaking foreign jobs. The President takes swift action to support stranded Sri Lankans in Israel. Early landslide warnings have been issued to several areas as rains continue. 7 sluice gates of the Polgolla Dam opened. News overseas, the UN says the situation in Gaza is dire. In sports, ICC and UNICEF to conduct welfare program for children at the India versus Sri Lanka fixture in Mumbai. And those are the headlines. The Education Ministry has taken steps to recruit 6,955 teacher trainees to national colleges of education this year to reduce the severe shortage of teachers in the school system. Accordingly, 2 times more teacher trainees than previous years have been recruited, and all those teacher trainees were enrolled into the National College of Education yesterday. A group of qualified candidates who have passed the 2019-2020 advanced level examinations have been selected through interviews. This group will be given 3 years of teacher training at the faculties from yesterday. After producing a fully qualified teacher from the National Education Institute, they will be given a permanent appointment and will be directed to school system. The 6,955 teacher trainees recruited have been directed to 19 national education faculties located in the island-wide locations where the national education faculties will produce a group of teachers who are capable of providing education to the children and who are willing to educate the children. Teachers are recruited from Sinhala and Tamil medium, and the students are trained as teachers in many subjects like Sinhala, English, mathematics, science, social science, sports, aesthetic studies and others. Labour and Foreign Employment Minister Manusha Nanekara says that the government has implemented many welfare facilities for the workers undertaking foreign jobs. The minister said as a result of this move, more Sri Lankans abroad have been motivated to send money to Sri Lanka. Workers who legally send money to the island through the banking system are given a license to import an electric vehicle according to the amount of money they send, and tariff concessions are also given for the purchase of goods. A pension scheme, which was a dream of migrant workers for a long time, was also started, and accordingly, the Manu Savia Contributory Pension Scheme is being successfully implemented. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
People's Bank Excelsior. Live the life you want.
The President's Media Division says President Ranil Wickremesinghe has instructed the relevant authorities to ensure the assistance is provided to all Sri Lankans stranded and affected by the attacks in Israel. They said any Sri Lankan in need of assistance could get help via hunting telephone numbers 94117966 or the WhatsApp number 947674391 or email address opssenga@gmail.com. I repeat, opscenga@gmail.com. In a briefing to Cabinet, President Ranil Wickremesinghe expressed deep concern over the recent attacks in Israel and its implication on Sri Lankans and Israelis residing in both countries. President Wickremesinghe emphasized the need for immediate action to ensure the safety of Sri Lankans working in Israel. He directed the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to locate and ensure the well-being of these individuals. The National Building Research Organization has issued early landslide warnings as downpours continue to batter several areas across the island. Accordingly, a level warning has been issued to Mathura, Akmana, Akuresa and Peterbadra Divisional Secretariat divisions and surrounding areas in the Mathura district. A level 2 warning has been issued for several areas in the Badulla, Gaul, Hambantota, Kaluthara, K, Gaul, Mathura and Ratnapura areas. Meanwhile, a level 1 alert was also issued by the NBRO for several areas in the Hambantota, Kaluthara, K, Gaul and Ratnapura districts. Sri Lanka Mahaveli Authority says that 7 sluice gates of the Polgola Dam were opened due to heavy overflow of water in the Mahaveli River following heavy rains experienced in the upper catchment areas. Accordingly, a water flow of 7,000 cubic feet per second is released to the Victoria Reservoir. The resident engineers of the Polgola Reservoir warn the public living close to the Mahaveli River to be vigilant in the rising water currents in using the Mahaveli River. The Mahaveli Authority says, however, the water levels of the major reservoirs come under the Mahaveli scheme are still at lower level. And that's local news.
People's Bank Excelsior, a comprehensive banking services package with a branded checkbook as well as debit and credit card exclusively for you. People's Bank Excelsior, for professionals who dare to dream.
The main news story is brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Agriculture Minister Mahinda Amaraveera has proposed to give a compensation of 250,000 per hectare to the farmers whose crop was damaged in the last Yala season due to drought. In 2023 Yala season, about 58,770 acres of paddy and other crops were damaged due to the inability to provide sufficient water, and as a result, about 54,000 farmers have been affected. Minister of Agriculture Mahinda Amaraveera presented a proposal to the Cabinet regarding compensating the affected farmers. Taking this proposal into consideration, the Cabinet decided recently to allocate necessary provisions to compensate the farmers under the crop insurance scheme. And that's top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Sinhala Mahatmya.
Moving on to Watchlight, the Colombo Municipality's Health Department has taken precautionary measures to close classes of several schools to combat the spread of an eye disease called conjunctivitis within the city limits. Accordingly, classes in 3 grades of the Kotena Central College have been temporarily closed till next Friday. A statement from the CMC revealed that approximately 100 students from the Kotena Madhya Mahavidyalaya have fallen victim to this eye disease. Dr. Vijayamuni requested people not to panic over this disease as it is not fatal. Health officials have listed several symptoms associated with this disease, including redness in one and both eyes, itching, excessive tears, headaches, sensitivity to light and dry eyes. And that's Watchlight. And moving on to world news, the headlines, the UN says the situation in Gaza is dire. France bans all pro-Palestinian demonstrations. A journalist fined for insulting Italian PM Giorgia Meloni. And those are the headlines of the world news. The situation in Gaza is dire, with food and water running out during an Israeli siege, according to the UN's World Food Programme. The Palestinian enclave is relying on generators after its only power station ran out of fuel, but Israel says its blockade will not end until Israeli hostages are released. 50,000 pregnant women in the Gaza are unable to access essential health services or even clean water, the UN says. At least 150 hostages were taken into Gaza during Hamas' deadly attacks at the weekend that killed 1,300 people. France's Interior Minister has banned all pro-Palestinian demonstrations in the country. In a statement, Gerald Damain ordered foreign nationals who break the rules to be systematically deported. The move comes as European governments fear a rise in triggered attacks in the Israel-Hamas war. Later, a large crowd of pro-Palestinian demonstrators defied the ban in Paris. A prominent Italian journalist has been found guilty of libel after insulting Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni in a television interview. Roberto Soviano used a swear word to describe Miss Meloni while attacking her stance on migration in December 2020. And he has been handed a suspended fine of €1,000. And that's world news. Development news. Inaugurated Aeronautical Information Management System was launched by Minister of Ports, Shipping and Aviation Nimal Sirpal De Silva on October 10th at the Bandar Naik International Airport, representing a much significant advancement in the delivery of aeronautical navigation information service. This state-of-the-art system was implemented at a cost of 1.2 billion rupees. The cutting-edge system empowers pilots, air traffic controllers and airlines to provide and maintain a high-quality aeronautical navigation information service, which is indispensable for a safe, profitable and efficient execution of flight operations. And that was development news.
Sports News is brought to you by Shakti. Refresh your mind and body. Shakti Energy Drink. 350 rupees only. Available at island-wide leading groceries and supermarkets. Shakti. Taste the power.
The International Cricket Council, ICC and UNICEF, in partnership with the Board of Cricket for Cricket in India and Sri Lanka Cricket, will bring the game's 1 billion fans together to celebrate one day for children on November 2nd with a message of hope and support for every child to survive and thrive. The Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai will turn blue in what will be the pinnacle of an event-wide Be a Champion campaign that is focused on using the global reach of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup to help build a better world for every child and help create equal opportunities for girls and boys in every sphere. The sellout fixture will see fans attending provided an LED wristband that will be shown with a stadium-wide blue light show during the second innings. And that was sports news.
Shakti. Refresh your mind and body. Shakti Energy Drink. 350 rupees only. Available at island-wide leading groceries and supermarkets. Shakti. Taste the power.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Sri Lanka's rupee weakened slightly to close at 323 rupees and 80 cents to the US dollar Wednesday from 323 rupees and 40 cents a day earlier, while bond yields edged lower, dealers said. News that China may have made a tentative deal to restructure debt has not moved buyers yet, market participants said. Activity slowed after the results of a bill auction, where the 3-month bill fell 58% and other maturities was largely unchanged from a week earlier. And that was business news.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak thiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගීන හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
In economic news, the Cabinet of Ministers has given approval to publish a draft law on microfinance and loan regulation authority, a government statement said. The Attorney General has cleared the draft bills for microfinance and loan regulation authority. Cabinet has given approval for the President as Finance Minister to gazette the bill and present it to the Parliament.
Weather report.
The Met Department says showers or thunderstorms will occur over most parts of the island during the afternoon or night. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places in Uvo, central and eastern provinces. Showers may occur in western and southern provinces during the morning hours too. Misty conditions can be expected at some places in central, Sabrakamu and Uvo provinces during the morning hours. And that was the weather report. To wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. 6,955 teacher trainees enrolled into education colleges. Government has implemented many welfare facilities for the workers undertaking foreign jobs. The President takes swift action to support stranded Sri Lankans in Israel. Early landslide warnings have been issued to several areas as rains continue. 7 sluice gates of the Polgolo Dam opened. News overseas, the UN says the situation in Gaza is dire. In sports, ICC and UNICEF to conduct welfare program for children at the India versus Sri Lanka fixture in Mumbai. And with that, we conclude this morning news podcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.